Hi, I'm Laura Jones. Joining me today is Denis Bone. He is president of Verizon, New Jersey. Good to have you here.
Glad to be here.
And today we're going to be talking about literacy. And in particular, the Verizon network has set up something called Thinkfinity. And this is an online resource aimed at helping young people as well as parents and teachers. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, that's a pretty good overview. It is a terrific online resource. It's for students, it's for teachers, it's for parents, and it's for like after-school daycare, any kind of educational setting. And what it is basically a great website where probably the best educational providers across the country we've collaborated with to bring content. It's interactive lessons, it's facts, it's games, it's lots of things for again, students, for parents, for teachers.
Tell me a little bit about why Verizon decided to get into the area of literacy. Why was it important?
Well, this has been one of our hallmark signature projects for a long time, and basically, you know, any corporation looking to give back to communities in a real significant way, it looks for themes, looks for areas where they can make the most difference, and then concentrates in that area. And for us, literacy was one of those fundamental societal issues that we thought we could make a big difference in. So we have been pushing literacy for a long time, pushing in ways of providing resources to communities and things like Thinkfinity.
All right, so explain to the people out there who may not be familiar with Thinkfinity. Is this something that is just simply online? Do you go into the community, or do you try and draw the community into the website?
It's a very comprehensive program. We work with organizations, again, around the country in partnership. Some of the best known organizations like National Geographic, or some of the large science or education organizations across the United States. And we have research outsource, where we go and we work with teachers. For example, in New Jersey, we've provided grants to teachers and school systems to have them become partners and pioneers, if you will, in leveraging Thinkfinity. And it's a terrific resource that we're just trying to make known and make available to teachers and students and parents across the country.
As far as educating the teachers on this, what is it that you see perhaps is lacking in the classroom? Is it that teachers don't have the tools that they need, and are the tools easy to find on this website?
Well, they are easy to find, and that's one of the things. You know, the internet is just, very wide open, there's tons of information out there, but the question is, how can it be organized in such a way that it's helpful for teachers? For example, like standards-based. All states and educational institutions usually have standards-based curriculum. So Thinkfinity actually is a standards-based curriculum. That's part of how Thinkfinity is organized. So it helps teachers in that way. And when you go into, let's say, the lesson plans, and I just clicked on one this morning just to, thinking about this interview. It's very comprehensive, and it makes it very easy for a teacher to come in and say, wow, I want to do a lesson, let's say, on the Northern Lights. And here are objectives, here's activities, a diagram that takes you through all the activities, and then how to bring in the resources from the net, these vast, wonderful resources, and organize them around that lesson plan.
Yeah, I was checking out the site as well, and there are resources for parents. Advice on just simply how to read to your children.
Right. And that's really what we have done. And it's not Verizon. Verizon's kind of the force and the power behind it, but it's the partnership with all these innovative organizations that we've brought together, to help to put all this information in one place. Again, parents as well as students, as well as teachers. All
right, tell me a little bit about how you get the young people into this, and the aspect where young people can go and they can learn as well. Because the kids, they love to get on the computer, they love to surf the net, and if they get to this site, what can they find?
Well, they can find the educational curriculum in a way that they like to learn. You're exactly right. They're an interactive group of folks. They like to be online, they like to play games, they like to be interactive. And that's what Thinkfinity is. It brings that, it brings the lessons, it brings the facts, it brings the knowledge in that kind of a format for students.
Now, tell me what the response has been so far to the program, because there are a number of different ways that people can go to try and get those extra tools. What's the feedback been from the community? Let's start with the teachers.
For the teachers who have worked with Thinkfinity, they think it's tremendous. And I get, my daughter is in college, a teacher education major. She just graduated. But I remember she came home one day about 6 months ago and she said, "Dad, I found this great resource online. It's Thinkfinity, and oh, by the way, Verizon, is underwriting it."
So she was coming to tell you
right.
about something that you already knew.
Right, but it was, but she was so enthusiastic about it, and she was talking about how teachers and students who are learning teacher ed, were using it in their program in college.
What's the big picture here as far as expanding the program? You've got this online resource. Not everybody knows about it. You want to get more information out. What's the big picture? Where would you like to see this go?
Well, the big picture is, we are trying to spread the word. And also there's this networking power. The more people who use it, the more organizations that help contribute to it, the better off it will be. And so we're spreading the word as much as we can to teachers, to parents, to students.
And now I have a list of some of the partners who you have worked with. Everything, the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the International Reading Association, the National Center for Family Literacy. Tell me about some of these partners who have gotten involved and just how comprehensive, just how far you can really dig into this website.
Well, these partners are terrific. They are really the best of the best at whatever curriculum or knowledge they're bringing here. So when we reached out to them to partner with us to bring, their expertise, their educational contributions to one website to put it all together, they've been tremendous. And that's really the power behind it, actually.
Now, this got started how long ago? And again, are you looking in the next few years to go, just how big can this go?
Well, it started, actually, it was a program called Marco Polo that we renamed at Thinkfinity a couple of years back. So it's, the new name has not been around that long. But it's going to go, I think, like anything of value. As long as teachers and parents and students find value in this, it's going to continue to grow and to be a valued resource. Really,
it's literacy, the literacy rates are just low literacy. The numbers are astonishing. And is it just the most fundamental thing that you can think of and that Verizon can think of when it comes to contributing back to the community? I mean,
yeah.
Really, it's the future.
It is an enormous challenge for our society, especially as our society changes, the multicultural aspect of our society. And literacy undermines our economic growth. It undermines people's ability to succeed in life. So it's a huge challenge, and it's an effort that all of us need to pay attention to.
Ultimately, it's going to benefit companies like you, because I'm assuming that you're hoping to get a more informed workforce out of this.
Yeah. So you can say that we are certainly self-interested here, that's for sure.
Okay, well, Denis Bone, president of Verizon New Jersey, thank you so much for taking the time to talk a little bit about Thinkfinity and talking about low literacy rates and ways to improve it. I'm Laura Jones.